And happy New Year's, everybody. A live look from our Valley Sky Cam here in South Fargo, looking toward University and I-94, shows a whole lot of, well, nothing really. You can see the on-ramp there, but that's about it. Can hardly see those headlights of the vehicles traveling westbound on I-94. So if you are heading out and about tonight, make sure to use those low beams and watch out for widely varying visibilities for this overnight, as some areas could see very dense fog and some areas could see not as dense fog through this evening. But you can see what I'm talking about here. Grand Forks right now, the visibility is 8 miles, but as you can see on that Valley Sky Cam here in Fargo, 4 miles is our visibility at the airport right now. But then off toward Valley City, Jamestown, quarter-mile visibility is there. 0 visibility in Oaks and Gwinner, 0-mile visibility also in Langdon. And some of that fog also working into Lakes Country up toward Thief River Falls. But for our friends in Bemidji, Roseau, things aren't looking too bad for those visibilities. So again, if you are traveling across, really anywhere across our viewing area, you may encounter changing visibilities for this evening. The dense fog advisory has been updated to now go until 10 a.m. tomorrow. That's for mostly our South Dakota neighborhoods, but does include areas down toward Alexandria, down toward Watertown, and areas of central Minnesota as well. We may see this dense fog advisory expand into North Dakota and Minnesota as well later on tonight. We'll have to watch the trends of seeing how dense that fog stays in the overnight hours tonight and see if the National Weather Service does indeed expand that. But even if you may not be in this dense fog advisory that's in South Dakota, still could see that those areas of patchy dense fog in North Dakota and Minnesota as well. On satellite and radar, we are starting to see some of that fog being detected by satellite imagery, but no precipitation under this fog. So we're just seeing those low clouds in that fog for this evening. Things look to stay quiet otherwise outside of that dense fog. Temperatures 20s for most of us, 19 in Fergus Falls, 15 in Bemidji, a couple of the cooler spots, 24 right now in Fargo, 27 still in Grand Forks, which was the high temperature this afternoon. Light and variable winds will stick with us through the overnight, and the hour-by-hour shows those low clouds and fog hanging on and toward the 10:30 p.m. hour, and then 7:30 a.m. tomorrow. If you're heading out and about early, still can see some of that patchy dense fog here or there, but things look to be clearing up in North Dakota. Temperature starting off in the teens and 20s, and then once the sunshine does get going through the lunchtime hour, that fog looks to lift. We're seeing low 30s there in the James River Valley by lunchtime. Still seeing those 20s though in Minnesota for our lunchtime hour. I do expect near 30-degree temperatures for most of us up and down the valley. Best chance of seeing those mid to upper 30s looks to be out toward the Jamestown areas where the sunshine looks to be a bit more prominent for our Saturday. But by and large, things quiet down nicely after that fog looks to lift on Saturday morning. But your hometown forecast shows that cooler air, that blue line, the white line I should say, is the freezing line, the 32-degree line. So some areas in Lakes Country will still be below that 32-degree mark for tomorrow afternoon. But look at that, nicely warming into those middle to perhaps even upper 30s out toward the James River Valley. Here's the weekend, Sunday, looking at partly cloudy skies again, also around 30 degrees for that high temperature. It looks like things quiet for that weekend, which is the good news for the first weekend to welcome in 2021. So there's the weekend. Let's look ahead to next weekend. We'll see Monday a bit breezy with those temperatures mid-30s. Could see some lower 40s perhaps on Monday. And then the system comes through Stacy next week, Tuesday, Wednesday. Looks like light showers at this time, so no major impacts expected into next week either.
Fantastic. 40s would be a great way to start the next work week. A lot of people
Yes.
going back after the holidays.
Yes, it really would be nice.
Yeah, we could use that. Thanks, Nathan.